And welcome back. This is Coattail for another War Rights event. I hope you all having a good Saturday so far. We have a United European Community event. This is Server 1. Server 2 is being covered by Jehovah. I highly recommend you guys check out his stuff. It's got a lot of great production value and has a lot of historical knowledge that I don't have. So definitely check out his stuff. Check out that battle and just in general to get a better feel for the history of these battles, which is really, really interesting. But for this server, at the very least, you guys are stuck with me, and it is a Hagerstown Turnpike. Right now we got the CSA on the defense with 100 soldiers versus 91 for the attacking Union. So a little imbalanced right now for the Union, but let's check out this team here. Let's see, they have on the Union team 4th Georgia, 3rd Ohio, LFL, the 4th New Jersey, the 52nd New York, and the 6th New York, the NYV. And leading them is Colonel Fruit for the 4th Georgia, John Beck for the 52nd, Sergeant Fire for the 4th New Jersey, Lieutenant Ark for the LFL, and Lieutenant Dar for the 6th New York. And I believe Chair is leading the 3rd Ohio here. And for Artie, let's see, we've got a couple guns here. LFL's got 2 guns, one by Adjutant Forbin, and one by Sergeant Jackson Tells. All right, now let's take a look at the CSA team. Kind of look at the Artie first, then I'll rotate up to their infantry. So they have, let's see, 1 gun here under Corporal Leo from the SB, and another gun from the Jeff Davis battery under Lieutenant Fork. And looking at their infantry, let's see, who do they have? They've got SB. They have the 88th New York, the 2nd USC, the Home Guard, and 3rd Alabama here. And see, leading it, we've got Eddie is leading the 2 USC, Venom leading the SB, James Wellesley is leading the 88th New York, and Captain Williamson is leading the 3rd Alabama. And we are live at 40. Got a nice sunrise to look at. Grab a drink of water real quick. By the way, if you are looking for an event for the Saturdays, 8 p.m. GMT, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I highly recommend checking out the UEC. They play at those times on both Friday and Saturday. So there is a link in the description to the UEC Discord. So if you want to sign your unit up, there's always more room. And off we go. So looks like the Union is streaming not all. So it looks like John Beck is going to take the 52nd out to the left, but the rest of the Union is going to stream towards this hill. And it looks like the CSA is going to do the same here. We've got Eddie bringing his guys into the woods. Venom is doing the same thing. Meanwhile, Williamson has getting his men online, it looks like. As is James Wellesley is kind of moving in the center position. Artillery already kind of hitting the hill here. 4th New Jersey kind of taking up a skirmish position. And here is Dar, the 6th New York, putting off the first shots of the day here against Eddie.
Reformez bien les devis.
Break your loads, get in the bush.
See 4th New Jersey kind of displacing into cover. And most of the CSA is now kind of moving into the woods here with some base of fire on the 88th here. Nice little volley from the 4th. Joined by the 3rd.
Anjou en direction de la fin.
And LFL, both using the cover of the hill to try to give them some coverage here. Meanwhile, John Beck has rotated all the way out here to this rock formation. I think he's going to try to deal with the Artie a little bit. We'll see if he can get some good distance shooting in. In the meantime, here is James Wellesley with the 88th. Kind of offset, but he's starting to take some fire from the 4th New Jersey.
Right dress once you're loaded. Check.
Fill those gaps, right dress.
Right dress. Company's ready.
Prepare.
little pop volley out there from their compatriots from Dar in the 6th New York. Let's check in with Dad's Army.
See them?
No, he just said that we're ready. No.
All I heard was someone say that.
Because of the smoke.
Hey.
Was that volley?
Maybe we can fire through the smoke, Lieutenant.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Come on, hey!
Hey!
I'm out behind the tree. And stay there.
Ha!
Right.
No,
Oh, somebody! Wow. Team kill there. All right, who do we have out here? LFL is trying to get their gun in position here. Let's take a look at this shot. What can they do? Looks like it was a little bit to the left.
Allez, 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 allez.
Now we've got 3rd Alabama has kind of pushed forward a bit here. Under cover of that Artie, kind of walking it in. They got to be careful not to get any team kills.
Dress once you're loaded. Rear rank, right dress.
Welcome to engage him.
He's loaded.
Что, господа?
Man, take aim.
Один
Hey.
или несколько?
Hey!
Ba.
На вершину холма.
Looks like Fruit is going to bring his 4th Georgia boys out over here. Try to hit either the 88th or 3rd Alabama. Can he do it in time before he gets smacked?
You missed every shot. Reload.
Repli, repli.
Looks like SB has rotated out a little bit, and they're starting to get in a little bit stronger position to outflank the Union. Right now, there's no security on the Union left here, and the Union can very quickly. Ooh, there's an Artie shot coming in though. Doing a little bit of damage, but SB is unfazed. Standing like a snake fence, I guess. I think that's the quote, isn't it? See, that's what Jehovah's there for. He's got to help me with these. Now that hill's not really giving you as much cover here, and 2 USC is still standing by, but you might see them rotate out to this to their left, Union right here in a moment.
No, you can't.
Get it back.
No, I
Back to the rock.
4th New Jersey getting pushed back a little bit.
Sur les marques, monsieur.
Nice volley there by the 4th. Putting some major holes into the 88th here, despite that rocket's cover. 3rd Alabama responded though.
Joe, мене боки бити. Мене боки.
I think we should fall back. Oh yeah, on me, sprint.
Is that a Rambo up there? And this was what I was waiting to see here. You can see now what SB has done here and the angle they have on the Union now. Put in some devastating volley. I believe this is the LFL over here. And they're going to squeeze the Union off the hill unless they can deal with this problem here from the SB. And the LFL is going to scramble off here. And the Union is kind of squeezing out into the open here. Oh, 4th Georgia putting some holes into 3rd Alabama. They're taking some back right now. Let's see, 2 USC still back here, kind of putting in some fire here, but they're kind of open now.
Jack on left face, jump.
Yeah, Eddie's going to move his men out now. The Union can very soon be squeezed out of this. Oh, but 4th Georgia doing a great job of punching holes in 3rd Alabama here. They are joined by 6th New York, who's also doing some work along with 3rd Ohio.
Restez en ligne.
Allez,
messieurs, jusqu'ici.
Allez.
Ah là, on se fait tirer dessus.
Ouais, merde.
Here's Eddie kind of moving his men up. That's what I was kind of expecting now that they've opened up. And here he comes.
Keep up with the captain.
That comes.
Left and right, kill them all.
And it is a raid by the 2 USC, joined by the 3rd Alabama. A two-pronged attack here. Looks like 3rd Alabama ran out of steam here. And we've got a counterattack developing by 4th Georgia, who's going into the flank here of the 2 USC. A nice maneuver here by Colonel Fruit. And that is going to kind of isolate now the SB. Now the SB's got a bit of a problem here. We'll see if the Union tries to wipe out the SB as well. And gets a little bit of space here. Union slightly ahead on tickets, 31-30 remaining. I haven't seen John Beck in a while. I'm going to go check in and see how he's doing out here. So right now, as you see, he's kind of put this rock a bit between him and the Arty. He's not actually targeting the Arty. He's actually using that rock to cover him and put some long-distance fire into the CSA from behind. That might have been giving a little bit of help to the Union as they were fighting with 3rd Alabama and 88th there. But so far, the Union hasn't really exploited this situation yet. They're starting to push up now. Oh, LFL put in a pretty heavy volley. Here comes 4th Georgia. Let's see them do it. They put in a heavy volley. 2 Corps in here as well. I don't think I've mentioned 2 Corps earlier, so I do apologize to 2 Corps. 14th LA specifically. And I think with those 2 volleys, Venom has seen the mast, and he's going to pull his men back and give up that position. Although just as James Wellesley has burned up the 88th here. So we'll see if James Wellesley is going to take up that old position while he allows the SB to recover some manpower and maintain that anchor.
Right march.
Right,
Left
right.
of the line.
Left of the line.
Beats and cross, boys. Beats and cross.
Left file, you are front rank.
Quickly.
Ready.
Ready.
Hey, right front.
Load.
That loads, check
Take
on
over.
reloads. See where we need to be firing, gentlemen.
Flash down. Somebody get it up. Thank you, Jack.
SB doing a little punch there
Company.
themselves. And it looks like 2 USC has returned to the fight, and 3rd Alabama has rotated back to this side here. And they're going to try to hit the Union in this road here. Who is this that's come up here? It's 4th New Jersey. They're trying to ambush the 2 USC as they come up.
Alright, retreat. Fall back to the same position.
Getting a shot and getting back.
Sorry.
Allez les gars,
Allez,
on avance.
Alright,
Yeah, I think I did.
4th New Jersey taking a bit of a shot there from 3rd Alabama. So far, it's this 88th has been able to hold on pretty strong here. Has maintained this, and once more the Union is in that same trap like they were before. The CSA has sent out 2 flag recoveries, and they get their flag back here. Mr. Sluggy and Sergeant Ather saving the flags for the CSA. That's going to be a big change now that they can get respawns in forward. We do have a movement out here. Dar has taken the 6th out here to try to outflank his compatriots from the NYV and the 88th here. I like this rotation by Dar. Let's see if he can get some fire in, though. He's going to have to move kind of quick, or else SB's going to spot him and swallow him up there at the further end there.
Halt, left face,
March bayonet.
Charge bayonet.
We're not going to try and fire our shots. We're going to sprint back. Remember, we need to sprint back because we can't hold face on our own. At the double quick, forward, march. Just press the hill.
That appears to be in the east.
Find that case on for me.
Yeah, I see some smoke dissipating. Line left.
Line left, line left, line left, line left.
Adjust
Watch
cover.
left, watch left.
What a terrible volley, Jesus.
Yeah, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it might have done.
Are they still there?
And I
They're
think
gonna pop up.
NYV will be able to hold despite that volley. Now we do have Fort George's kind of pushed back to this fence here. You can see how deep the Union's been pushed. And the CSA though is now at engage. 26-minute Union still at battle ready. 200 in the server, 96 to 103. A little CSA advantage, but not too much. So good play so far by the Union. But oh, this is interesting. Now third AL is going to rotate to this side. They going to try to rush over this hill. John Beck still out there doing, is he doing sharpshooting out here? Take back here real quick.
Der Baum und die Gebüsche sind oder sind die ganz woanders hier?
Oh, excuse me.
Die sind hoch, die sind rum.
Richtung.
Doesn't really have too many targets out here.
Richtung Kübel.
So despite being outnumbered by 6 and having John Beck committed out here without really too many effects, the Union is holding fairly well, although they've given up the hill now. Let's see if the CSA moves up on it. Who is this right here? It is Eddie. I think that's what he's looking to do.
Yeah, on the far left.
They could push. They could take this hill and push the Union back to the spawn. It's going to be tough for the Union to recover.
Yeah, we're fine.
Already shot from LFL coming in a little bit short.
Yeah, right, left, 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 right, left.
Давайте равнение направо, куда стараемся, лишь ренги держать.
Oh, we do have a movement out here by the Union. As Cap Fruit and the Fort Georgia and the LFL are assaulting forward, but they might be caught in the flank here. Oh, 2 USC got in a devastating volley against them, and they're going to draw everybody to them. And they're going to collapse 2 USC, but now they are squeezed here between Williamson and the SB. But the question is, can Williamson and the SB react to it in time? They aren't really reacting to this. The Union's going to get on their flank. Now James Wellesley has seen it, but he still hasn't really reacted to it. This is kind of shocking here. 3rd Alabama hasn't even noticed. They're dealing with some leftovers over here. The Union is in a horrible position, but... All right, now here comes Venom. He's starting to move up. You have a great opportunity to wipe out the Union here. All right, now SB is starting to pour in some fire, so they might be able to take advantage of it here. You see how much damage they've done. And this unit is going to get wiped out here. There's some covering fire from the 6th New York, but they're not really going to be able to save it. And Williamson is now moving up here. Oh, he just got caught there. And now, look who's isolated over here. As 3rd Alabama just freaking puts a volley into NYV. 6th New York is going to try to retreat and get out of there. And you got this Artie crew who is now... Mr. Jackson's trying to get his cannon turned. Can he get a shot off in time? Oh, not in time. The Union, though, they did take this opportunity to have John Beck go ahead and cap. Joined by the 4th New Jersey. I think that was a good option to try to get them to come off this hill and pull back to the point at least. And maybe try to salvage the situation here. But, yeah, the CSA now controls the full field here. Got NYB 6th New York back here. Ooh, already shot, coming in. Looks like it did some hell of a damage to 3rd Alabama there. I didn't catch it, but you can see the after effects of it. Nice shot by, which cannon was this? This was Mr. Forbin. Alright, let's see what the CSA does now. That cannon shot, I think, did a lot of effects to kind of push back 3rd Alabama. And now you see with that cap, Venomous had to come out here to recap. Out in the open, but who's coming up this way? And a nice pincer is Eddie with the 2 USC. Oh, and CSA already came in at a perfect time. Knocking down the 52nd, and as Eddie come up, 2 USC slams him on the ground there. And the SB will rotate to retake the point along with the 2 USC. Who's in the road, though? Who's down here? It is the LFL. They're going to get a volley off. They're now taking fire from 2 elements here. And they're starting to attrit pretty quickly. See what Arc does. He's starting to lose control of this element. Yeah, they're going to have to fall back. But while that went on, C4 Georgia has come out here and has retaken the hill. Although, who is this? Wellesley is kind of moving up a little bit here. Oh, Bravo got killed trying to get the flag back. Oh, you still have this Artie crew. Oh, they got one. Oh, there's the other one. Good shots there by the 88th. All right, so here we are now at 23 minutes. Now the situation's getting a little bit out of control here for the Union. They kind of control the hill, but it's kind of contested right now. Although now James Wellesley's going to fall back, so now the Union's got to take the opportunity to retake the hill. The point, though, is completely in CSA control. And I've had, who's this, 54th New Jersey rotate out here, trying to use some cover. Spar on this side, but they're behind on tickets now, engaged at 22:40. It's not bad. It's not great either. See what CSA decides to do now. Do they try to retake this hill again? I do think that those couple actions, though, did... Here comes John Beck. He's rotating back out, using the 4th New Jersey to screen his movements. I think hanging out at that far rock was a little bit of a waste for John Beck. I think he needs to be a little bit more engaged in the fight to help even up this fighting a little bit. Maybe try to restrain one of these units at least out here. He can keep 2 USC tied down. I think that'd be a good use of his time. But all right, so the 88th and the SB have rotated back over here. Oh, Artie shot coming in, slamming into the 88th. And to the SB.
It is fine, gentlemen. It is fine. That hole in the line says otherwise.
Right now, I don't think this is enough combat power to push the Union off, not with the Artie kind of being unrestrained here. But most of the Union, though, has rotated to this side here, and they're putting some heavy fire. Who is this? It is 3rd Alabama. Can they hold up against these 2 pretty big lines, the 4th Georgia and the LFL?
По противнику целься.
And I think Williamson knew that was going to be a losing fight, being in that road, fighting against what essentially is 3 companies down here. So you also have the NYB. Dara rotated. He was fighting 3 companies by himself. But again, right now, there's nothing restraining the CSA from rotating around this flank here. You know, taking out this Artie and shooting into the side over here. I'm kind of amazed they're not taking advantage of it. And the entire CS Union team is kind of moving forward a little bit. This is very dangerous. They're kind of exposing their flank here. got these, 4th New Jersey and 52nd in these outer islands. And now the entire Union's moving into the point, but they've exposed their flank here. Look who's seen it.
Идем налево.
Williamson has seen it. Then you got, now you got the 88th who's going to chase off that Artie. But here comes Williamson. He's going to try to, a well-timed Artie shot again. On 2 core and LFL is going to let the 3rd Alabama really get the advantage in this charge here. 4th Georgia is going to turn around and kind of deal with them. So that'll overwhelm them, but that was a pretty well-timed Artie shot by the CSA Artie. Well done. And now you've got on the hill NYV. SB is a little bit disengaged at the moment here.
Yeah, they took out the RTs on the left.
Because right now, the Union is kind of isolated here in the center. There's nothing to stop them from taking that hill right now and getting behind this Union formation and just kind of catching them in the open. And you got these other 2 islands out here that are really just popping shots there. Not really suppressing the enemy too much, although we do have a pretty forward movement here by Dar. But he is actually chasing off Eddie's boys from the home guard here, and they're going to have to try to retreat here.
Of the standard. We'll hold it.
Yeah, we'll load up shell afterwards. Are they on point yet? Shift towards the fence. Oh wait, hold on. Let me take the trail. Sorry. Yep.
You see the Union's now all on point here. Williamson is moving up here. Again, SB can move forward here, but they're still far deep in that side.
Oh, let me Shirley. Give that 3 taps left.
Williamson's going to start moving forward here.
Taps left.
Perfect now.
And he's going to chase off NYV, but NYV is wisely getting out of there.
He's ready.
And there's actually going to be a counterattack here by Fruit against the 3rd Alabama. Looks like that Artie shot from Leo went a little bit too far. But that was a hell of a shot with 3rd Alabama kind of crossing his path, so. Yeah. And that was a successful countercharge here by Fruit, but they are in danger of capping here, which I don't think they want to do. All right, now here comes SB. Venom has moved up. The Union did cap, which I think they didn't intend to do. He's going to chase off those leftovers. You can see that 88th has now rotated onto the high ground here, and they're going to squeeze out the Union. You have LFL kind of facing them here. Squeezed in the middle. Oh, look at that Artie shot coming in. Oh, look at that one come in. Yeah, the Artie's really making themselves known now. Dar is trying to get his men back organized here. Well, they are now, you see the squeeze from these 2 sides here. And, you got the LFO over there, but 88th is kind of restraining them a bit on that hill. So this element's in a bit of a killing section here. Kill zone set up with 2 very nice fields of fire going against them. They're not going to be able to stand here for very long, to be honest with you. Unless LFL makes a move, but as soon as they do, 88's there to stop them. You have these islands here that I think need to move up a little bit to try to restrain maybe this section over here. All right, SB is pulling off. Interesting.
Like that.
Ulti has taken his men back. That's actually giving these guys a bit of relief. You can see in that time, LFL's been pushed off here by the 88th. And who's coming up now? Resh back into the fight. It is Williamson.
on the Rebels as we were supposed to do anyways. Bring that back up the original elevation as you were. They're still mobilizing on the fence line.
Запал, выстрел.
Oh, you saw that canister shot come in.
On the fence, boys! Get on the left! In the gunfire!
4 minutes remaining on this counterattack. The CSA has not managed to push it off here. Oh, that already coming in. Just a little bit off. That would have been devastating. Just slightly short of fuse. But here's the danger now. LFL has had time to come up and reinforce him. CSA needs to figure out how to push this element off here. And they are very spread out. The only one that's really engaging them right now was the 3rd Alabama. Although it looks like the SB, okay, Venom's going to move his men up here. This is good, I think, by Venom. Put some additional pressure, but 88, I think, at this point needs to put some pressure on as well.
Left. Hold independent.
Hold independent.
Ooh, look at that already shot, knocking him down. All right, here we go. Venom's now coming in nice and close here. Pushing him off. All right, nice move there by Venom. And now you're going to have 88 be able to catch him as they retreat a little bit. And Williamson goes in as well, and they have successfully pushed back this Union force here. And interestingly, all right, so 88th is pulling off. Interesting. I'm not quite sure why. They're in an excellent position here to restrain the LFL and kind of just hide behind the concealment and the cover from the bushes and the hill. They've rotated back to this position here where they're not really engaged anymore. And then you still have these islands here for the Union, the 4th New Jersey here, and the 52nd, kind of putting in some flanking fire. Drawing some arty fire, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, so the CSA moved out without fully capping. That's dangerous here. They need to finish the cap and retake it here. Unless they're thinking in 2 minutes and get the Union down to final push, and they can't. I'm telling you that right now. I think Williamson just realized it. That's why he's moving back to the cap now. While Venom is, enduring all the fire here from several Union regiments. Now you have 88 not really engaged back here that could be given support. And that is all Venom can hold. He's going to have to fall back, but I think it was just enough to allow Williamson to recap. Now we do have the 2 USC now kind of facing off against the 52nd. They might be able to get some good tickets out of, they can defeat these guys or at least restrain them to keep that already singing. Oh, we have a charge developing out here. We got James Wellesley here, but he's about to get outflanked by Dart. If he moves fast enough.
Stay between your sergeants.
No.
Yeah, the 88th is facing down a lot right now. It's time to go. Now it's time to go. Yep, there he goes. Good call there by James Wellesley getting out of there. Now Venom's moving up. But he's kind of coming through here. He doesn't really know what's past this bush. And he might get sucked into a flank attack if he's not careful. Dar has seen an opportunity, and he's sprung the trap, and he's going to try to defeat them in detail. And he will succeed. SB got a little overextended there and got wiped out by that Union countercharge. A little bit of a knockdown there from that CSA Arty. Here comes Fort George. They're going to try to overwhelm the 3rd Alabama. I don't know if they can, though. Let's see if they can do it. Can Fruit and do it with Fort George and the 3rd Ohio with them. There's Iron Duke. Stabbing away. You press T. You need T. You have T. It helps, gives you energy for the later in the day. So you press for T, and then you get the T. It's great. And they have chased off those elements. But, oh, there's a flank attack now here by James Wellesley. Into the side of what's left. A nice attack by James Wellesley here to kind of catch him off guard a little bit. Can't do too many, but he can catch a number of good tickets on their way back here.
Recall him.
Get the jump out, mate.
Kill that Yankee. Kill this Yankee.
Oh, he's trying to get back. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave Duke alone.
Don't chase him. Get back here. Get back here.
And Duke running through enemy lines to get back to safety. See, he didn't engage. He didn't Rambo. He just ran back to his lines like you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do. All right, so it looks like 52nd has moved off of these rocks and have moved over to, well, 4th New Jersey's here. And now John Beck is going to rotate back to his old rocks. 1350 remaining. Union almost on breaking. So is CSA, but CSA is a little bit ahead. So this is not in a bad place for the Union right now. They have retaken this hill once more. And of course, poor Milkman got isolated now. He's stuck.
Every time.
Eddie has rotated over here to guard the point.
Is that another
Tango with the 4th New Jersey.
Every aspect of this goddamn Bluetooth headset, I'm going to use every aspect of this Bluetooth headset. No, it's a Razor.
Could you say Mary had a little lamb?
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow.
Oh yeah.
And everywhere where Mary went.
No, it's like when it's like the second sentence, third sentence, it's like okay, but every time he stops talking for like a minute and then talks again, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Let's go, take it easy.
Who's Neil?
Arthur, you sound 10 years younger, mate.
Fill the gap.
Ah, they're coming up.
Bon, ça les voir là.
Ouais.
Bon, ils vont arriver, ouais. Avancez pas plus, mettez-vous dans la bonne direction.
Ouais, je te donne un peu à gauche.
Ouais, c'est pas à gauche, ouais. Exactement, ouais.
Il y a une...
Allez, je suis prêt.
On va viser un peu bas là. Ils arrivent c'est au tordom hein, qu'on va viser là.
Ouais. Ils veulent pas avancer ceux-là là.
Là ça au nord.
Got a standoff here.
Hold the line, boys, hold the line.
Nice. Looks like the Union's starting to rotate towards point. As the CSA is going to go for another cap. I'm sorry, not another cap. They're going to make sure they've got it fully built now. I think the Union might be trying to go for a rush, get the CSA onto breaking and cap all in one concentrated push here. They've got most of their combat power now focused here down this road. Some supporting elements out to this side. CSA, on the meantime, got a lot of combat power over here, which is not in a bad shape to ambush the Union. We'll see. Got two whole companies starting to come up here.
And hold.
I don't think that canister did as much as they wanted it to. It's actually going to draw off the 6 New York here. And Eddie wisely moved his men off that position to make sure they don't get isolated. So good job on Eddie kind of rotating back this way, and he's now in a good position to hit the Union as they come on point.
Look at the gun. Take aim. Take aim.
I'm in the pajamas.
Low.
And here comes that flank attack I was talking. Here comes Venom. CSA is on breaking now. That was what they were looking for. The question is, can the CSA really, can Venom and Eddie here stop them from capping in time? You do have another attack going off here with 3rd Alabama. 6th New York is kind of stopping them a little bit. Oh, but here comes 88 charging in. But here comes 4th New Jersey to support, trying to get the cap. But here comes the 3rd Alabama charge going in at the same time as the SB. Well-timed charge. 2 USC going as well. This is what you want to see. Combined charge going off at the same time. And the Union is losing that cap now. Here comes the 52nd, though. They're going to mess around. And not mess around, but get in here with the 2 USC as they go clubbing. And Union already putting in some work. So, 8 minutes 30 left. About even on tickets. CSA slightly ahead, but both teams on breaking now. CSA is concentrated on point. I do like how Forbin is, they're rotating which guns they're using.
Non, vas-y, tire un tout petit peu à droite, toujours à gauche de l'arbre.
Is that allowed? I can't remember. I think you have to stay with your own gun. Maybe I'm wrong.
Là, comme ça, normalement, t'es pas trop mal.
Ah, c'est bon, là, je suis tout.
Ok.
CSA is wisely getting off point here, so these arty guys can't get these shots off. No? Alright.
Recruit elbow, follow on the left side of the line. Then get your bayonet, then your load, please. Yeah,
Harry on my
yes,
right.
gunner yellow. Keep that flag behind the bush. We don't want the enemy arty to take a side shot at us.
Okay.
Might not want it.
Here on the left side, follow in.
Really? I thought you had a shot lined up. I guess I was incorrect.
Vous voyez, ils sont tous les wipe.
Bon, reviens voir.
Ouais. Allez, on va voir le canon sur la colline.
I guess they don't think they got a shot from there. So, all right, now we got Dar moving out here with the 6th New York.
It's not about us, man.
Really, the whole Union team. Are they going to try for another break on the point? The CSA has kind of positioned themselves back here with NY, with the 88th, 2 USC, and the 3rd Alabama to come in and reinforce the SB here on point with some counter blows.
Independent fire left.
You can see now, like here comes the 88th to hit the Union in the flank as they get funneled into that one. Oh, look at that! Those shots from the SB just melting the 6th New York. Oh, and then that already coming in. Oh, talk about a kill zone here.
Independent fire.
And then here comes that counterattack into the flanks here. You want a lesson in how to set up a kill zone in the defense. Watch this CSA team right now. Look what they just did. All right, now here comes John Beck. He's going to try to catch the 88th here. might even up the fight a little bit. Still have, well, LFL's out there. And it looks like 52nd has wiped out that element here. Williamson now is going to, although he's getting moved off position here to go deal with it, but LFL has been pushed off as well, so I think that's fine. So the 52nd did do an attack here, but Williamson kicked him off. And the CSA just stuffed that Union attack here. Looks like some counter battery shots going in, targeting Mr. Forbin and his gun. And the Union is now on final push. 2 minutes remaining. CSA is nowhere near last stand yet. They still got about a third of their morale state. And that little kill box they set up worked wonderfully for the CSA. There's a 12-man imbalance right now, so it is not in the CSA favor. I'm sorry, not in the Union favor. There is that. It's kind of gotten expanded a little bit now to 12 men, which is significant at this at these pops. You know, we're talking more than.
I'm not precise. That's probably the right fucking move. Just
12 men is it's almost a whole extra unit.
Farmed up right in the rocks, though.
Guys, we need to reload.
Ouais.
Si on fait leur tir.
Non, nickel.
Vas-y, fais le tir de toute façon, et puis on va essayer d'en refaire un rapidement, mais à mon avis. Mais là, c'est vraiment loin pour le 12.
This can be pretty key if they can get a nice disabling shot in. The canister was a little bit low. Now, let's see, the Union didn't do the attack the same way this time. Now they kind of came in from different angles here. So they're not all in a single kill box. Fort Georgia has taken the brunt of it. But they're still arriving with more combat power than last time. You do have a flank attack here by LFL, but they have to quickly deal with Eddie, but they quickly got to get on point. And now the CSA is on last stand. Can the Union get enough combat power to push them off? I don't think so. Not with 3rd Alabama, not in the mix yet. 4th New Jersey's going to come in, but with Williamson, he just pushed it off. So nice defensive play by the CSA on that team, setting up sections of fire. Good use of Artie, good use of timing, and that's what won it. So hope you all enjoyed. Got one match left to go for the UEC for this Saturday. So. And we'll see if they do a little bit of balancing. Right now it's 13-man imbalance.